I'm Pedro Caldas, and today we're celebrating 1 year anniversary of Don Pedro. So we're going to be looking at some analytics and answering some of your questions.
สวัสดีครับ
Alright, so let's get into it. So first question is, how many tricks overall in the video? It's an 8-minute video. Use like 2 minutes for the intro. That's like 5. Each trick lasts like, I'd say like 32?
Why are you looking at it like that?
So my final answer is 32. I'm guessing. At one point I had like 60 in my head. I'm like, no way, you did 60. So let's find out. 65, bro. I should have gone with my initial thing. Okay, good. I can do 65 different tricks.
Are you taken by surprise about that or no?
Yeah.
Do you expect yourself to do that many tricks?
No. I was like, no way. Because in my mind it's like, well, 15 to 20 is already like, it's enough.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was gonna be 65. I mean, I think it goes by so fast and there's stuff going down so much that you don't really realize how much we did. Question number 2 is, how many times did you grab your board in the video? If that's 65 tricks, it's a third of them were kicker hits, so that should be 20. But sometimes I double grab, so I think 30 is a good answer. But having that said, I went for 30 before and it was 65, so I'm gonna go for 37.
Is that locked?
That is locked in. 37 grabs on the video. Maybe I'm going too high, I feel like, but I'm already locked in. 29. Okay, so I'm already getting the groove of it. I think it's definitely a lot closer. Number 29 grabs. No grab, no glory. Gotta make sure you grab your stuff. Yeah. Decent number. I'll take it.
Are you proud of how many grabs you did in that video?
Yes, I do make a point of grabbing my shit, and I guess I did grab it. Sometimes even twice. Grab your stuff. Question number 3. We're gonna be going for how many attempts to land the Moby Dick rewind. So that one was a battle and a half, boys. So basically we were seshing one day and I wanted to try something and something else. I think it was like a switch toe to 720 with a grab or something. But it was like super busy and like too packed and too wobbly. So I was like, whatever, I'll try something. Whatever else BS I could come in my head so I could fall. And yeah, I was just like, I'll try this Moby Dick thing, rewind, see where it goes. And it turned out that it was actually like definitely not near to being close to it, but yeah, it just planted the seed in my mind. And the next few mornings we had.
Was that the doorbell?
Yeah.
Well then just tell him to fuck off.
But I tried it and like, yeah, it wasn't exactly close, but it just planted the seed in my mind of just like, okay, like actually like, I think I can do this. A few days later, we went for a morning ride and I started trying, and we spent easily like about 2 hours that morning trying over and over. And it was like just right before I went to Cambodia for a trip. And I was like so gutted that I didn't land this thing and like travel to Cambodia with this whole trick in my mind, and was like, spent the entire time kind of like visualizing and I'd be like, oh man, I want that thing. So yeah, I came back, I think the next day even we had a session, and wham, like tried to feel, and I could tell, I was like, today's the day. And yeah, stomped it, quite stoked. I guess I didn't really believe it. Yeah, it was definitely like a battle and I won the battle. Quite stoked. Nicole, my girlfriend, was there in the day and she just kind of hyped me up to try a double. It had been like really long time I hadn't done it, so I just went for it. Did my first ever double scarecrow on that same day. Oh, actually, after the Moby Dick rewind, I went ahead and did a double grab back 9. That's also something that I did that day, like really quick. I guess I just everything was connected. Landed it and then got hyped to try the double. Landed a double scarecrow, which was also a new trick. Just chucked it just for fun. I was like, well, just got the specials so like fully filled. So I was like, well, this is it. I'll just try it and hucked the double chromo. And yeah, kind of same vibe. Like hucked it, knowing like not really committing, but just to feel it. And he was there, and all the boys were like that was around in that morning. Were like, whoa, gotta make this work. Like it's gonna happen. So we took another session, another day to go ride at ESC. Over there they have some massive kickers, like really good tension for that. And yeah, got it done. So I'm guessing like you can say the Moby Dick rewind was just like this snowball that became bigger and like, you know, like it's this battle, and once I got it, it's just snowballed into many other ones. Somewhat of a domino effect, if you want to call it. But coming back to the original question, which is how many attempts to land the Moby Dick rewind? I'm guessing like 100. 100 is too much. Maybe not. I guess 20, 30, 83. 83 attempts. Does this count with the Moby Dicks that like I didn't commit? Or it was just like
Yes,
the one
that also counts.
that also. So yeah, I mean I did commit all the way to the pop, and then in the air I was like, oh,
That's right.
that isn't true. Okay, so how many attempts to land the Moby Dick rewind? Final answer is 84.
That's a pretty big number.
38. What? No, bro, it was 3 sessions, man.
I'm pretty sure, man. I counted everything in that
Yeah.
hard drive, bro. 38 is not a small number, you know.
Okay, so I'm guessing the battle was bigger in the mind. You know, definitely felt like a lot more tries, and I guess like the math ain't mathing so good right now. But yeah, 38 attempts. I guess it wasn't that big deal. Did it? Yeah.
Run it back.
Yeah, I guess next time we should try something harder.
You know, 38 is not a small
I don't
number,
know, bro.
38
83, 84 to fucking 38. A little. Question number 4 is how many attempts to land the double chromo? That one, I'd say 7. Actually, wasn't that hard. Definitely not as hard as I expected. I think just having all the boys and all of us like kind of waking up early that day to go to ESC and like kind of like we did that mission for me to go try that trick. So that gave me a lot of energy and hype, and like, you know, I knew that the boys got me, and Luis climbed on the roof, and you know, Merlin was there, Luke was there, you know, each one of them on different spots, like trying to get all of those angles. I was like, well, alright, like if they're all doing this, like I'm gonna do this as well. And that ended up riding away quite quickly. I had a few like body drags even before, so I think like number 7, number 8 was the D1.
Could you feel the difference between the Thai weight park and ESC kicker?
I did, yeah.
Is that the reason why you went?
Yeah, we went there that day because it just felt that a little bit of extra height would really help out. I think again, like even the act of going somewhere else with the boys to achieve this also kind of puts her already in that mindset of like, yeah. If I think I was capable of doing it at Tywig Park, for sure, I think it just made it easier to go ESC that day. So, how many attempts to land the double chromo? I said 8. 7, 8. Can I have 2 answers? 6. Yeah. 6. So yeah, it only took me 6 attempts, counting with the one in the morning, huh? From
Thai weight park.
from Tywig Park. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the NBD was the first one to do that trick. I think overall it's been one of my big time dreams to achieve one of those. Only started the hunger to do more. And yeah, excited to see more people doing it. I've already seen a few people chucking some double front rolls out there, which is not a usual trick, I'd say. So quite excited to see where that branch of double flips will go.
Looking at the huge difference between 6 and 38, when you tried that first attempt at each trick, would you have thought that the double chromo would have been that much quicker for you? Or would you have expected in your mind for the Moby Dick rewind to be quote unquote easier?
I did expect the Moby Dick rewind to be harder in different ways. Like I kind of knew that the Moby Dick rewind would be a very technical trick, that I'd find the right axis, the right wham, the right, all of that. While the chromo to me felt like just a huck, like it's just they're hard in their own specific ways. You can say, but you can also like the double chromo and like that double came right after the Moby Dick rewind. So I was already feeling like God, I'm like, yeah, I did that thing, and then I did double grab back 9. I'm like, ha, I'm the shit, So it did definitely made it a lot easier, like confidence wise. Yeah, confidence wise.
So the Moby Dick rewind was gonna be an ender instead of the double chromo at some point?
Yes. I definitely didn't have double flips in my line of sight as something I wanted to pursue. Probably because I was just scared. So I'm doing it now. Final question is, how many filming days in total? We filmed, I think, in the time for a whole month, maybe. But in the meantime, I went to Cambodia. We took some days off. We ha a little bit. So I'm guessing 13, like 2 weeks. But I'm gonna put 13 just because 2 weeks, 14 sounds like a lame answer. And the answer is 13 days. My G got it, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Thank you, Luke. I very much appreciate for filming, being there every day, all day. I'm sorry when I hit you with the handle. That was not intentional. But yeah, pretty stoked. Got the number. Some of them are really way off. Some I was pretty close. Yeah, close it on a hit. Alright, so moving on, we're going to be answering some of the questions you guys sent through Instagram. So, the first question is, how did you guys come up with the most exciting edit in a long time? We did it. It was all organic, natural. So overall, it wasn't a project that was in the plans. When I first arrived, I was just gonna come here to train and ride. And in the meantime, there was a spicy project being filmed, which was Cabana. Fortunately, I had an accident where a drone flew my face and I couldn't film for that. So basically through that, like, I don't really know exactly how we came about, but I missed the filming gap. Yeah. So our boy was filming, was a drone pilot. So basically the Cabana filming was going down and I missed the entirety of it because I was waiting for my stitches to stitch up. So I guess it was like a day out with the boys. The idea came up that Luke was gonna help me film some stuff, and just kind of grew from there, and we kept filming and I had a lot of time and I guess we were having a good time and everything was very natural, and when we looked we had all of these clips and just kind of came up on a brainstorm session with the storyline that connects a bit with yin and yang and the whole thing. So you guys can expect to be seeing some more of that from that in the future. Yeah, pretty stoked that you guys find it the most exciting edit in a long time. Cool, we're moving on now to question number 2. And it is, how did Don Pedro lose his thumb? Well, I don't know, man. The dude has been through some stuff, like some deal that went wrong, some initiation right, yeah, some maybe he got kidnapped for ransom. You never know.
Well, the word throughout the industry is everyone's got a different story. How come it's like that?
Well, I guess he's a mysterious guy. I guess the fun part of it is choosing your own story, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So nobody really knows how Don Pedro lost his tongue. I think it was an initiation, right? This dude's like from the mafia, make you cut your pinky kind of thing. I think Pedro's side of the world, they do things different there. That's what I think. I guess we never know. You gotta ask Don Pedro himself. Moving on to question number 3 is... Yeah. Looking back, is there anything you do differently or add? No. There must be something, if I really look at it and try to remember, there must be some trick that I didn't get in the end, or something that's out there, but the chance to get them, it's not done, you know what I mean? Like, I can just go out and get it, so nothing that I actually regret. Yeah, I guess that's part of the process, like, kind of trying stuff and figuring it out. Last question, not last question, second to last question is... Did you go into this with a trick list or just went with the flow? Yeah, went with the flow. Always. Like 99% of the projects I've done so far, they've always been kind of going with the flow. Sometimes I do have a trick or something that I've been working on or I want to try or like that thing. But most of the things I just kind of rock up to the cable, go ride and see what comes to mind. You know, what am I feeling on that day or what goes. I don't know. I guess just let it roll. I'm the kind of rider that don't think much. Just go do it. Yeah, I guess like it's good to like explain that overall I do take care, even though I let it go with the flow, I do take care of like spinning on all the directions and doing tricks on switch and kind of like also showcasing in the video the whole range of tricks. So I even try to like always kind of add an air trick or have something like that also brings to that side. So yeah, Luca was a G enough to kind of like almost every evening after the session he would already put down this little like just reel of all the tricks I've had so I could give it a watch and get a feeling of all of that. So I guess somewhat ahead of a direction, but what trick it would come to me whenever we started riding. Last question of the day, guys. First of all, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching Don Pedro. I guess this is a great opportunity to watch it again. Leave your like, subscribe, and comment. So, last question is, what's next for Don Pedro? I mean, yeah, I guess like he just found the supply to the chilies. Let's see what the connection with the Thai farmer will be. I'm guessing that the rice importer Enzo will have something to play within as well. So yeah, maybe I'm giving too much already than I should. Keep your eyes peeled, and we got some more Don Pedro coming out eventually. Yeah, so that was it, guys. Thanks for watching to the end. If you guys like that style of content, please let us know. Make sure to subscribe and leave your like and do the whole shabla. Cheers.